Well, the Batchelor Institute in the Northern Territory has reached 50 years in education. The institute provides innovative ways of educating First Nations students and is the country's only dual-sector First Nations-led tertiary institution. An important part of Batchelor's work are their courses in traditional languages, many of which have been sleeping and unspoken. For more on this, Pat Anderson, the chair of the Batchelor Institute, joins me now from Alice Springs. Hi there, Pat. Thanks for your time.
Hi, Kath. Thank you for talking to us.
Yeah, not at all. Now, Batchelor provides education in a different way. How so? How is it different to the other tertiary institutions in the country?
What we do is we teach it in a way that we know the students who come to Batchelor in a way that they learn. I suppose what we do, we take the knowledge, the raw knowledge, and we deconstruct it in a way that we know our students will be able to better understand what's required. And they do it in their own time, and we work with them until they've got it. So they are confident and competent in the knowledge that they need to learn as they go forward and complete their course or a vocational skill or whatever. We've been doing this. It's called transformative education, and we've been doing it for 50 years.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You mentioned there, Pat, that you allow the students to do it in their own time. So is it the case that they do shorter block modules, then return home, study at home, and then come back?
Yeah. No, we don't allow it to do in a shorter time. What we do is we do it in blocks. That people come into Batchelor, and we do, depending on the course, depending on the amount of time that they spend in town, if you like. So we do, say, two-week blocks, and then people go home to their home communities, and then we have teachers that go out and revise what they've learned and what have you, and get them ready to come back for the next block. Now that's how it's delivered, but also too we have at the moment we've got 40 courses being run in 64 communities in the Northern Territory. So we do on-site education as well as coming into those blocks to both campuses in Darwin and here in Alice Springs.
Yeah, a logistical feat in itself across all those different areas, Pat.
Yes.
I know that traditional language is also at the heart of learnings. How is that integrated into teaching, and how many Indigenous languages are being revived as a result?
Yeah, I haven't got a direct count, but we've been doing this for a number of years. We've been restoring and having a renaissance of different languages, as I said, those ones that are sleeping, and we've been doing this for some time, as I said, so people can come to Batchelor and learn their own language. So that's what we've been doing, and like people like me, for instance, I thought, because my mother's stolen generations, I thought that the opportunity for me had been completely stolen. But now at Batchelor, the courses that we run, I can actually come to Batchelor and learn my own language. And I think that's huge, because that does a whole lot for personal self-esteem, for culture, and a whole range of these for the whole person. So it's really important.
Yeah.
But one of the exciting developments in terms of the language is that we're teaching again a language here from the centre called Purim, which is only 4 women, who are the remaining speakers of that language. So now that's being awakened, and it's being taught to mothers and small children here in Alice Springs. So that's really exciting.
I wanted to ask you about the Purim language nest that you're doing there. How is it rolled out with the mothers and the children?
Yeah, the mothers do come into Batchelor. At the moment they are, but we're looking for some funds to build a centre outside, closer onto their country. So it'll be a total immersion. But at the moment, the mothers and the small children come into Batchelor, and we do it on a daily basis, and then there's a break. But an interesting development, because some of the fathers have said, well, why can't we come and learn as well? And he said, of course you can. So there's a lot of interest in that.
Yeah.
It's an old language. It's been around, but it's being totally resurrected. It's very exciting.
Yeah,
And
awoken.
everyone's having a really good time about it. Yeah, we're all excited.
So could I ask you, Pat, then, is First Nations languages being taught alongside English, or is there a competitive tension between the two?
No. People come to us, we all had to learn English. So everybody speaks some form of English. So English is not forgotten, but we don't actually teach it. We just work with the language skills that they have in English. And then we teach their own language. So this idea that everybody should learn English, well, we do. We've all learnt English, and to the extent that hundreds of our languages lost to us all.
50 years is a pretty long time for an institution to continue on. We've spoken about some of the really positive changes that you're making there, but it hasn't been without challenge. There is the 7th review in place in 7 years into the Batchelor Institute regarding financials. What does that mean for the future?
No, it wasn't nothing to do with financials.
Oh, please explain.
No, just a minute. There was a review, but it was done on processes and procedures.
Okay.
And we've dealt with all of that, and we're coming out the other side. I think there's three or four recommendations that we need to implement, and we totally cooperated with ICAC at the time, and that business has been dealt with.
Okay. All right. So then, what does the future hold?
The future is we have a great future to continue what we're doing, but there are two things that we have. Our idea is to turn, for the next 50 years, to continue what we're doing, but if you like, increase the volume. And we are on the road to becoming the inaugural First Nations university, first one in Australia. So our feet are on the road to do that, as well as scooping up all the other knowledge that we have in the languages that we do teach. So we'll offer to the country, to Aboriginal people, to come to Batchelor and learn language. It's going to be a national language centre. So those two major developments, initiatives, are the things that Batchelor is working on at the moment, as well as delivering in the same way that we've been delivering education and transforming families and communities, as we've been doing, as I said, for 50 years. So the future is very bright and we're very excited.
Well, Chair of the Batchelor Institute, Pat Anderson, it's always a pleasure speaking with you. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Kath.